Alex Eala cracks WTA top 40 ahead of Doha opener. Filipina sensation star Alex Eala has broken into the Women's Tennis Association top 40, ahead of her opening round match at the WTA 1000 Qatar Open in Doha. The milestone capped a steady rise in the rankings for Eala, who moved up from number 49 to number 45, and now into the top 40 for the first time in her career. The breakthrough comes just in time for her Doha debut, where she is set to face Czech qualifier Tereza Valentova in the tournament's first round. Eala's ranking surge was fueled by a strong showing at the Abu Dhabi Open, where she made it to semis in doubles and quarterfinals in singles. Eala also climbed 37 spots up for her doubles ranking, landing at World No. 99 in the vast constellation of world tennis stars. One new light is shining especially brightly: Alex Eala. On February 9th, 2026, just as the sun rose over Doha, a fresh and thrilling chapter in tennis history was being written. Alex Eala officially cracked the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, top 40, rising to a career-best world number 40. She did it right before stepping onto the courts in prestigious Qatar TotalEnergies Open, a WTA 1000 event that gathers the game's elite and where every point, every rally, and every heartbeat matters. From Manila to the Middle East, a journey etched in resilience. To understand the magnitude of this achievement, we have to trace her path, not just through matches won and rankings gained, but through the resilience, ambition, and spirit that define who Alex Eala has become. Born in 2005 in Quezon City, Philippines, and turning professional in 2020, Alex's rise has been anything but ordinary. She trained relentlessly from a young age, blending Filipino grit with international tour experiences to forge her identity on the WTA circuit. As she stepped onto bigger stages, her game grew sharper, not just in baseline defenses and forehand winners, but in the fearless manner she approached the sport. Her climb through the rankings was a journey of milestones. Breaking into the top 100 put her among the world's elite and marked a historical first for a Filipina. A series of strong performances, including memorable wins over top players, propelled her even higher. In early 2026, strong finishes in tournaments like the ASB Classic and quarterfinal runs in events such as the Abu Dhabi Open set the stage for something bigger. All this culminated in the ranking announcement that changed the narrative yet again. Alex was now among the world's top 40, a place where only the most consistent, focused, and competitive players reside. Why the top 40 matters? It's more than a number. In professional tennis, rankings are the currency of opportunity. They aren't just a reflection of wins and losses. They're tickets to groundbreaking matchups, harder draws, confidence boosts, and bigger moments on tennis's grandest stages. Breaking into the top 40 signals that a player isn't just good, they're elite. It drives better seeding, deeper tournament runs, and greater visibility among peers, sponsors, and fans. For Alex, this breakthrough means she's not only competing with top players, she's now consistently in their league. But beyond the technical importance, the narrative here is poetic. A young Filipina, once a junior standout, now stands shoulder to shoulder with the game's most formidable forces. It is a tale that resonates far beyond the chalk lines of a tennis court. Doha, undertaking the next great test. As Alex prepared to grace the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex in Doha, the atmosphere was electric. The Qatar TotalEnergies Open is one of the WTA's premier tournaments, a stage where ambitions are tested and tennis stories are written in high tension and high reward. Drawn in a competitive section, Alex's first match will be against Tereza Valentova of Czechia, a player she knows well. In previous matchups, the scoreline had not favored Alex, but rankings and experience evolve. With her new top 40 status, she walked on the court not as a challenger without pedigree, but as a rising star with serious credentials. Waiting beyond that opening test is a landscape rife with challenge. Top-seeded champions, fierce rivals, and players whose every ground stroke resonates with power. But rather than intimidate, this competition inspired. For Alex, each opponent today is not just an adversary. They're part of her ascent, each a rung on the ladder to greatness. Breaking barriers, inspiring generations. Alex Eala's story is about more than rankings or prize money. It's about representation, belief, and breaking barriers. In a nation where tennis has often taken a backseat to more popular sports, she has become a beacon for young athletes everywhere. Girls in Manila and beyond now dream bigger. Tennis academies in Southeast Asia buzz with renewed enthusiasm. Parents who once saw tennis as just a hobby now see it as a legitimate road to global arenas. She has already set a precedent as the highest-ranked Filipino women's singles player in history, and that legacy is already transforming perceptions back home. On social media, fans celebrated her top 40 breakthrough with pride, excitement, and admiration, underscoring how deeply connected sport achievements are with national identity, joy, and collective optimism. What comes next? Eyes on the horizon. Cracking the top 40 is a milestone, but for Alex, it's also just a beginning. The WTA Tour continues through the Middle East and into iconic tournaments like Dubai and Indian Wells. Each event is a chance to push higher, perhaps into the top 30, and maybe even the top 20, if the trajectory of her form and determination holds true. But even beyond numbers, what matters most is the heart she brings to every match. Whether she's blasting winners from the baseline or grinding out hard-fought points, fans see in her something real and inspiring. The refusal to back down, the courage to step up, and the joy of competing at the highest level. Conclusion, a moment that echoes beyond Doha. On that February morning in 2026, when the WTA rankings rolled out and Alex Eala's name flashed at world number 40, it wasn't just a new career high. It was a breakthrough moment for Filipino sports, a landmark for Asian tennis, and a reminder how far determination can take a dream. From junior courts to the world stage, Alex's journey is a story of persistence, progression, and promise. As she took her first steps onto courts in Doha, her ride into the top 40 history books had already begun, and the tennis world was watching with wonder, admiration, and excitement for what she will do next.